Today, the PA Needs Teachers campaign will rally at the state capitol in Harrisburg to address the teacher shortage across the Commonwealth.
Yeah, it's a shortage that's really happening across the country as well. Fox 43's Tyler Hatfield is live in Harrisburg to tell us more about what teachers are seeing in their classrooms and what they hope to see come from state legislature in support. Good morning, Tyler.
Good morning. I'm here at the state capitol, and according to the Pennsylvania Department of Education, there has been a 72% drop of in-state teacher certifications over the past 10 years across the Commonwealth. And now teachers and students are gathering here at the state capitol to rally to address this teacher shortage. And I'm joined here with Amy Morton from the NCEE and Kristen Haase. She is a teacher at the school district of Lancaster. And Kristen, I'll get to you in just a second. But Amy, we talked about that drop. Back in 2012, there's about 16,000 certified teachers entering here in the Commonwealth. In 2022, that dropped to 4,200. So if you can just explain to us how this trend started.
Sure. First of all, let me just say, as a former teacher myself, teaching is a very tough job. In today's conditions, it's even harder. There's a declining interest from young people who are finding that there are more economic rewarding jobs than going into teaching. That's one reason, because there's so many more opportunities, for instance, for women who have traditionally been the people who have filled teaching jobs. And so the cost of going to college and then an unpaid internship called student teaching, which is now being rectified with some, hopefully, Senate legislation, should solve that problem. But it's still a challenge because the work that's going on in schools is more and more difficult. Federal mandates, the kinds of issues that are emerging in our larger society are finding their way into culture wars that then treat teachers in a disrespectful manner. And all of those add up to a situation where people are finding it less attractive to go into teaching than they had in previous years.
Thank you, Amy. And I'm joined here again with Kristen Haase. She is a teacher at the school district of Lancaster. So you're on the ground. You know, PA Needs Teachers released this report this year, and there was a quote in there that stuck with me that said that some teachers hear from students, "Why are you leaving me?" So if you can just explain how this teacher shortage is affecting these students.
That is a heartbreaking comment. So in the classroom, their teachers are continuously having more put on their plate to close the achievement gaps. So therefore, there has been teacher burnout in that we're covering other classes and we're stepping in and we're stepping up in every way we can. However, like Amy spoke to about the paths to college and the lack of support that young people have to get into the profession, we are concerned about that.
And you were telling me earlier, you're a teacher, but in a certain area that is seeing a lot of shortage.
Yes, all around the state of Pennsylvania. I'm an English language development teacher. I teach multilingual learners, and there is an increasing need for these teachers. And with lack of certified teachers in these areas, those students they'll suffer.
All right, and Amy and Kristen, I hear passion from both of you about education. Amy, what do you want to see happen after this rally today?
So there's some legislation that we would love to see passed. One is the student-teacher situation with being able to pay them a stipend like any other internship that most college students undertake. We want to see it as a paid internship because a lot of times student teachers are not even able to hold down a part-time job while they're student teaching because they're full-time in the school and preparing in the evenings. There's a data bill that we'd like to see that's approved that gives us better data about the circumstances of our situation so we can target the kinds of areas that Kristen mentioned. And then lastly, we would love to see the Grow Your Own bill be approved that creates a smoother pathway for paraprofessionals and young people to enter the teaching profession.
All right, well, thank you so much for you both being here this morning. And this rally starts at 12 p.m. And again, there's going to be 100 advocates here from students to teachers. And they'll also be joined with 74 lawmakers to address this teacher shortage. So if you want more information, you can head over to fox43.com. Live in Harrisburg, I'm Tyler Hatfield, Fox 43 News.